Hi, this is Chris Welch, Market Manager of the Valley of the Moon Certified Farmers Market. Welcome to our second virtual meeting of 2015, which I'll be doing alone, and I'll keep it brief and to the point. This virtual meeting is only for ready-to-eat food vendors, as we have some important changes this year that will affect you. Every year, our market must get a permit from the City of Sonoma. Part of the permit process is to meet with and get approval for the market from various city officials, such as the fire marshal, the chief of police, the park supervisor, etc. From those meetings, we learn what is expected of us in order to comply with all the applicable city rules and regulations and laws. As many of you know, in recent years, we've had to pay the Sonoma County Sheriffs for increased security and patrols, which was stipulated by the police chief during this permitting process. This year, the fire marshal has let us know that he is going to be more rigorous in inspecting and making sure that all vendors comply with the California Fire Safety Code. So please listen carefully as I outline what must be done to ensure that you are complying with the state codes, which are designed to protect the public from any unexpected and unfortunate fire emergencies. First, we have a new form which has been emailed to all ready-to-eat food vendors, asking for specific information and confirmation about any cooking that you do, the type of equipment and fuels you use, and the type of fire extinguisher that you have at your stall location. Please be sure to fill out this form at your earliest convenience and return it to me. The fire marshal will be able to inspect those forms and make sure that the information you've provided is accurate and in compliance with the fire code. If there are any issues of non-compliance, I will be notifying you and will expect immediate compliance before you can participate in the following week's market. Second, if you are doing any cooking at the market, which most of you are, you will need to have a fire extinguisher at your stall. It's recommended that you have a 2A10BC extinguisher, which will be adequate if you are using propane or a deep fat fryer. Third and most important, the fire code specifies that barbecue grills, deep fryers, and propane cooking equipment must all be used outside of any tent structure, with some clearances between any tent and the cooking equipment. In other words, your cooking equipment cannot be right up against the side of a tent, and of course it can't be inside the tent. I know that many vendors have cooked inside their tents in the past, and perhaps at other markets these rules aren't strictly enforced, but at our market, for the safety of the public, we are going to enforce these rules uniformly and fairly starting in 2015. And our fire marshal will be making occasional appearances at the market to make sure that all the vendors are complying. Some vendors already do cooking outside their tents, and only some of our spaces allow for this. If you're on the driveway in front of City Hall, for instance, there is no space behind to place your cooking equipment. The city does not allow you to place cooking equipment on the plaza lawn. If your stall location is behind of or on the sides of City Hall, most of those stalls have some available space right behind the stall, even though not all of our vendors have been utilizing that space to cook outside of their tent. This year, if you're located in front of City Hall on the driveway, we will be placing an empty space between two food vendors and allow each adjoining food vendor to share that space to locate their cooking equipment in. Unfortunately, that will use up an additional space that we have to get paid for in order to keep the market financially viable. So the cost of that additional space will be split between the two food vendors who are using it. To make this new system fair to all, we will be charging a stall fee of 1.5 stalls to all ready-to-eat food vendors who use cooking equipment that must be located outside of the tent, whether your stall location is in front of, behind, or to the side of City Hall. So, to reiterate, if you have cooking equipment such as propane burners, barbecue grills, or deep fat fryers, you must locate that equipment outside of your tent with as much clearance as possible between the cooking equipment and the tent. Wherever you are located in the market, we will provide a space adjoining your tent where you can set up your cooking equipment, and we will be charging you for an additional half stall each week. Because all our stall fees went up this year already, and we understand that all of you need to keep your costs down in order to make a living, we're offering a reduced first-year fee for 2015. Instead of your new stall fee of $50 per week, plus $25 per week for the additional half stall, which would be a total of $75 per week, we are going to adjust the price for the additional half stall to be 1/2 of our artisan stall fee prior to the 2015 increase. The artisan stall fee is our lowest stall fee, and it was only $20 per week before the increase, so your additional half stall fee will be $10 for a total this year of $60 for the stall and a half. Please be aware that next year, if you do participate in the market, we will be charging the full $75 for a stall and a half, so be sure to plan accordingly. The fire marshal has said that some types of cooking equipment, like electric burners or warmers that don't have an open flame, may be placed inside of a tent, so please specify that on the form that you will be receiving to let us know. If that's the only type of equipment you are using, you may be able to be exempt from our requirement to locate your cooking equipment outside your tent and pay the half stall additional fee. Also, if you have a self-contained vehicle or trailer which has been designed to comply with the fire codes and inspected and approved, then you too would be exempt from our new stall and a half requirement. The fourth and final item I wanted to cover is that if you are using a deep fat fryer or any grease, you're required to have an oil spill kit in your stall. This is in order to protect the plaza pavement and grass areas. The oil spill kit can be as simple as a bag of kitty litter, a small shovel to clean up after a spill, and some plastic bags for disposal. The city has provided an information sheet with their requirements, and if you don't already have one, please ask me and I can provide it to you. Thanks for attending this virtual meeting, and we appreciate all of your cooperation. Please remember that these new requirements are designed to ensure that our market is a safe place for citizens and their families to enjoy a pleasant evening on Sonoma's historic plaza. Your presence as a ready-to-eat food vendor is critical to making our market such a great place to spend a Tuesday evening, and we appreciate all of you in your role in providing a safe, fun place for the members of our community to gather. Again, thanks for watching, and here are your instructions to record your attendance at this meeting with Market Management. Please send an email to me at manager@sonomaplazamarket.org or leave me a voicemail at 707-694-3611 telling me that you have attended our virtual meeting number 2. See you next week at opening night, Cinco de Mayo. Thank you.